wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want.
Wow! She broke the matrix. She broke the loop. She's the greatest mastermind of all time. Wow, I can't talk about it, but I can sing it. Wow. I guess to be a little more serious, but if your legal team tells you not to disclose something, not to say something, it's for a reason, so you won't do something like this. What in the right mind do you think, oh, it's a great idea to sing about it because it's not talking about it. You're conveying what you want to say. That's still kind of talking about it, It's like, it's like if a rapper was saying, "Oh, I killed someone" or whatever stuff. The legal team was like, "No, don't say stuff. Do not disclose something like that." The rapper so said, he killed someone in the song, and guess what? Now he's gonna get convicted, and now he's gonna get sent to jail. It's happened before. I forgot when. Before we continue a little bit more further, I just want to say, Colleen, Colleen Ballinger or Miranda Sings or Colleen, whatever it is, she's a really popular woman, On her vlog channel, she has over 3.3 million subscribers. On her Miranda Sings channel, she has over 10.7 million followers. On her Colleen Ballinger one, that's over 8 million subscribers. She's up there. She's pretty popular. Giga Chad level. She's up there. And not only that, she also has her own Netflix show. It's called Back Off Haters. And recently, she's been getting a lot of hate for what she's done in the past. The past is past, but now it's coming up. Some people are talking about it. I have to talk about it now. And whenever I mean like what brought up in the past, I mean sexualizing minors.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there who keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, ugh. That was me, but in group chats with my fans.
Yeah, weird. Well, yeah, not weird at all. It's not like you ask some minors, if they were virgins or a pic of their booty hole, or their butt to be more specific. They'd be more, I guess, within more accurate information. And also, you sent them lingerie, or one of them. And if a man were to do this, it would have been donezo. It would have been over for him. His career would have been donezo. Do you guys know the 2017 Lego Batman movie? And how like all the most evil villains get sent to the Phantom Zone? That's where he would be. This is just light work. This is just light work for her. If it were a guy, his career would be over. Donezo.
I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends. But in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability. But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train. The locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train. Steamroll over someone's reputation. Toxic gossip train.
Wow. How's it gossip? There's literally a video, text messages, and like victims coming out, saying things, and they've a lot of stuff has been proven. Yeah, there's false information. Yeah, trolls. There's trolls. There will always be trolls. There will always be false information. But there's a lot of information about her doing things. And it's well documented evidence. And I just don't get you playing the victim card. I don't know why you're trying to say that. It's it's confusing. I just don't get why you're trying to play the victim card. If you're gonna address something like this, provide evidence. Provide evidence that you didn't do it instead of just saying, "Oh, I didn't do it." I mean, we're gonna be getting into evidence in a little bit.
Colleen traumatized.
Hi, okay, my name is Becky. I'm the girl in this video, and this video has over 1 million views, and that is a lot of people to be seeing this story without hearing it from me, so I want to explain this. So I was a fan of Colleen and all the Ballinger family for a very, very long time, and I think in this video I was about 16. If you've never been to a Miranda show, Colleen frequently has segments where she calls people up on stage. One of those segments was the porn bit, which I'm not really going to be explaining in this video, but that's why I was kind of trying to dress skimpy so that I would be called up on stage and basically get degraded by Miranda. But I did not get called up for that. I got called up for the yoga challenge. Now, as soon as I stood up from the audience, I saw Colleen's eyes widen because she realized I was not wearing pants. But for some reason, that didn't stop her from continuing. In fact, no adult at any point stepped in this situation. So we get to the point in the yoga challenge where I am laying down and Colleen is spreading my legs basically as far as she can. She spreads them so far that you can see the spandex I was wearing under my romper, which thank God I was wearing. Now, the original video posted by Xandar, I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong, is only a screenshot, but there is a whole video of this. But that screenshot is the most important because that is the moment I will never forget, where I was laying under Colleen and she was smirking down at me while thousands of people were laughing, and I was terrified that my body wasn't covered up enough by the spandex or the romper. I basically felt naked, so it felt incredibly sexually violating. I was younger and my body was still developing and I was still becoming comfortable with myself, so for her to use my body as entertainment on stage really set my confidence back quite a lot. And not to mention, after all this, after the show, I had to walk back to my car where there was many men staring at me in a very predatorial way that they were not looking at me before because of how exposed I had been on stage. So I literally did not feel safe leaving the venue. And I'm not saying this was sexual assault, although people are debating that in that comment section, but as someone who has been sexually assaulted, this situation gave me that same feeling where it feels like you need to purge and clean out your insides, just that nasty, gross feeling. There's a couple comments on Xandar's video being like, "Oh, she signed up for that, why is this such a big deal, blah blah blah." Colleen exploited my minor body for entertainment and money and did not protect my safety at this show. As an outsider looking into this situation, it may seem like this wasn't a big deal, but this was really pretty scary for my teenage self, and especially as someone who loved and looked up to Colleen. And I could never say anything because everybody loved her. But this is who she really is. She uses kids for her own gain. I was a minor, and again, she did not protect me.
This is one of many pieces, but I guess to be honest, I think, both parts are at fault, she's saying that she's still getting comfortable with her body, and, in my question, why is she dressing in a skimpy way and going up on stage, just to get violated vocally? I know she didn't get violated vocally, she did the yoga part, the yoga part, obviously it's much worse, obviously it's much worse, but I mean, still, why are you still going to be compromising yourself? And also, I know that you were a fan, but since you were still getting used to your body, don't you think that, maybe it would still have a bad consequences, to your psychological brain stuff, don't you think that something still bad would come out of it, if you're being talked down, being called oh, you're a woman, you are a sandwich maker, you're a washing machine, stuff like that. Wouldn't you be offended? Wouldn't you be saying hey, that hurts me, I'm offended, my body, my body's not a washing machine, I'm a human being, stuff like that, wouldn't you get offended of that? And plus, where are your parents? Where are your parents? Why did you go all by yourself? Did you even tell your parents that you were going to go? Did you tell your parents that you were going to be going up on stage? Did you get their approval? You said this was around whenever you're 16. Did you get your parents' approval? Did you or did you not? That's kind of my question. Anyways, I guess to go to Colleen's behalf, why would you let 13, 14, 15, 16 year olds, go up on stage, do stuff like this? Why would you let them go like that? To go up on stage, and spread their legs. Why why would you think that would be a good idea? And plus, don't you know that, minors, they do things on their own and they would make, mistakes. They're like, oh, I'm grown enough, I can do this. Next thing you know, they're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go back home and, I'm going to go cry and, go take a shower. Stuff like that. I'm going to, like, I don't know, I feel like if they're going to make a choice like that, they should at least tell their parents, Did she? Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. We don't know, but I mean, still, just a lot of times, whenever they put themselves in situations like this, either something bad happens. I know this wasn't expected, but still, just, why? Just why? Like, couldn't you at least hire, like, a 18-year-old to go right there and be like, hey, I need you to go right here. I'm gonna call you up, and then I'm gonna, like, do this, do that, do whatever joke. At least have a fan that is over 18 years old. Go up right there and be like, hey, are you 18 and over? So I can make you do this bit. You can sit on front, do whatever. Stuff like that. Like, couldn't you have done that? And to at least protect them a little bit, a bit. At least have an adult right there to be like, all right, you made your own decision. This is your own life. It is what it is. Not to someone that is 13, 14, 15, 16, a teen, minor, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It gets me a little bit mad. If you guys want to know more about the situation, I'm going to leave a link down in the description for Tom Dart's video and also for Adam McIntyre's video. If you guys know, to give you guys a little bit more of a deeper understanding.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. We should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to take accountability.
I don't know why she's refusing to confront the truth, She's saying it's all lies and that it's all not true. And we've seen evidence of of her doing stuff and saying things, and texting things as well. If all these lies are not true, how come she didn't provide any type of evidence? How come you didn't provide any type of evidence or any type of factual evidence disproving what people have said, instead of making a dumb song that provides no value to your argument? I don't get it. What sense does this song make? None. And plus, I don't get why it's so hard to say sorry to, the people that you've hurt. I'm not saying to say sorry to the fans. Say sorry to the people that you've hurt, Just say that you messed up and, ask, just say, hey, I messed up. Is there any way I can make it up? I don't get why that is so hard, It just takes a couple of words. It just takes, it'll probably take a lot of time, mentally, physically, and, it took a lot of strength. But, I mean, still, would you rather have these people have their, just be unsettled? Or would you rather, settle the beef and be like, hey, I did something wrong, or either, hey, I don't like what you said, whatever, fix the problem. Don't make a big scene out of it, like how it is right now.
Have I made some jokes in poor taste? Yes. Have I made lots of dumb mistakes? Yes. Am I sad that there are some fans who feel betrayed? Yes. But was my intention to manipulate? No. It doesn't really matter what my intention was, because it seems as though everyone's already decided on that. Let me tell you, it's not very fun to have millions of people all over the world call you the most vile, horrendous, disgusting, life-ruining words that a person can be called, in my opinion. It doesn't matter that these things aren't true. Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children. The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans, and I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that she's a groomer or a predator, because groomers and predators, they target children, for their own sexual pleasure. And Colleen over here, didn't use children to achieve, her sexual pleasure. She did not, she used them to make them the butt of the joke. You know, funny haha joke. You know, funny haha. You know, fart joke. Haha. I mean, I guess like to debuttal my stance, you know, I guess the Adam situation, you know, where she sent him lingerie and, you know, asked him for a picture of his butt. I mean, I guess in her defense, you know, I guess she got too close with her fans and thought they were friends, you know? I guess that's one thing. I mean, also, you know, me and my friends, you know, we mess around like this too, but just more aggressively, you know? It's more aggressive. It's more physical, you know? You know, we mess around like this, you know. I guess that's kind of like how we mess around. She thought her friends were like that. You're like, no. And plus, they were young, so that's weird. I mean, I guess, you know, it was just like a joke. But I guess you can also make your own conclusion to, you know, what you think it is, you know, what it is. You know, the rest, you know, it's kind of pointless. You know, it's just more rambling, the more blah blah. You know, there's nothing really more valuable. She just keeps on saying, whatever, train, caca, this is all lies. It's all wrong, it's all lies. It's all fake. Just that type of stuff, you know. You know, my problem is, you know, of her just not taking accountability, you know. If she says that all these things are lies, that they're not true, that everything is false, how come, you know, she spent more time on this song, you know, probably re-rehearsing, re-recording everything to make this thing perfect, instead of like making her time or using that time to find evidence and say like, hey, this is not true, you know, I can prove it and provide evidence, you know, look for evidence saying, hey, this is not true, this is caca, you know, it is what it is. Just give us the facts, you know. We don't want the feelings. We don't want to sit here and say, oh, you poor thing, oh, you didn't do it, oh, well, that's too bad, you know, stuff like that. Instead of saying that, you're like, no, give me the evidence that you didn't do it. And, you know, people will walk back their stance and be like, hey, you didn't do it, we're sorry. They're not going to say sorry, but I mean, you know, they won't target you anymore. Instead of making a dumb song. You know, I just don't get it. I don't. Anyways, I rambled on for a little bit too long. I think that would be the end of the video. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later.